Now, broadcasting live from deep in the desert of Nevada, K-Ghost Radio presents UFOTalkRadio.com with your host, Larry Glenn Anderson, Glen Lary. It's now time for the Glen Lary Show on UFOTalkRadio.com.
Hello, everybody. I am live tonight, of course, every night on Tuesday night. We're live and having a great time. I want to welcome everybody for good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be, and any time zone you might be. This is the LGA Broadcasting Network. To all, all my affiliates out there, micro broadcasters and stations, and internet stations out there, ham operators, may it be. My salute to KBHR. AM 57, Sis Alaska. Hello out there. KPFF. Oh, we love Trump. Yes, 97.7 up there, doing very well. Great little station. Looking on the internet, all over the world. Numbers are starting to come up. Facebook, I love you guys. Bill, David, Yolanda. We have Shelly out there. We got just the numbers are starting to count up again. Oh my gosh, are you doing well? I am, and I hope that your week was very good for you, I must say. I was quite busy. I interviewed some certain people for some other shows coming up very soon, by the way. If you want to email me, you may email me at glenlary51@gmail.com. Now, that is GLENNLARY51@gmail.com, and you may I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I love these. I'm getting a lot of pictures and photographs from people that date back quite a while to their stories about time loss, and that will be our subject tonight with some other things. Open line for anything, by the way. Keep it clean, please. I do ask that. We'll just cut you right off. Do ask for that. A lot going on in space, as you know. My gosh, the X-37B. Which is a new aircraft, which is out between Boeing and NASA and a couple other guys. This is a recovery type of aircraft that can go into space with payload and can do experiments, what they have to do up there, and they can return to space. This is becoming proven to be a great aircraft, spacecraft, and its reliability is incredible. And they can reuse it more than they could the space shuttles. And that's quite interesting what they're doing with their fuselage and how it's operating. Aliens being reported all over. I've got here, MUFON has it also. I have gotten some strange stuff out of Des Moines, Idaho, which has to do with the Area 51 situation, also Roswell. On July 7th, apparently, there was a documentation, I guess a film came out about the recovery of the aliens at Roswell. And these guys are on a gurney. They're on a military gurney, several of these aliens. And they've got some really good close-up stuff, some really good footage. It just came out, and I just received that today. Although maybe one of you folks out there have seen it before I did. That's very possible, of course. Also, I have, let's see here. Okay, I already did that one. Oh, yes. A friend of mine introduced me to his friend that says that he has been missing time. And it started with him at the age of 17 years old. And he had said that it started when he was on his bicycle one day, and he was going down his street, and he went to check his tire apparently, and all of a sudden he woke up by his bicycle, and it was nighttime. 3 hours had passed, and this has been happening to him a couple times in his life. And how he described it happening, now this is his house, of course, it's been taken out of his bedroom apparently, and does not remember going. Parents downstairs. Everything's normal downstairs. He's asleep upstairs. And all of a sudden, strange things start happening in his room. And he's aboard a ship. And I mean, this guy's going to be calling us up here, hopefully tonight. If not, we'll get him back. He says he's going to try to call in with this story. Incredible. Abductees. Close encounters. 1, 2, and 3. Contactees. Well, the phenomena of all this is now more of an open book, and people are coming out with their stories. Remember a time when you jog at night sometimes, and maybe a local school ground, and you're jogging around the field, and you pass a clock at the school. It says, well, 1:30, maybe 1:45, and all of a sudden, as you come back, you're only on that field for maybe 30 minutes, but you see the clock as you come back to the school, as you go to your house, and the clock says 5:30. Now, there's missing time. You're driving maybe from Olympia to Seattle, and you maybe arrive a little earlier than you're supposed to, maybe a half an hour, maybe an hour, maybe 45 minutes, I don't know. Maybe you're late. Maybe you're 4 hours late. What happened in that time? It's been from the future on and from the back. So if you are going either way, and you know the speed, and you know how long it takes to get somewhere because you've planned, you've driven it, but you're there ahead of time, what happened? Were you placed there? Did they turn time back for you? Maybe you arrived late, and you said, I should never, I would drove straight through, but I'm late. How can I be late? I've been driving this 2 hours late. Lost time. Now, this is happening everywhere, and it's been happening for years. And, of course, well, is it possible that you were taken? Well, we'll be back right after this. Get some station breaks here.
Every day, people are afraid to report violent crimes. In times like these, choosing to report a crime or helping the police can be a difficult decision. A no-snitching culture has sprung up in our communities, making it unpopular and sometimes even dangerous to report a crime. Do the right thing by calling 911 or your local crime tip line. If you're the victim of a crime, report it. If you know about a crime, report it. To learn more about how to do the right thing, visit ncpc.org or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Time loss. It does upset me that I have to also set my clocks back or forward. I mean, I have a lot of clocks, and if I miss one, I go, wait a minute, that's not off. It throws it all off. So, yeah, what do you think about that? You have to reset your time clocks. Is it really worth it? I mean, do we really need to do that? Other states don't do it. So, very curious how you feel about that, by the way. Yes, another report. Angela Collins is her name, and she's out of apparently in Newport, Washington. And she has a story where she had lost time and was very worried about how it happened. This one is quite odd. She starts to drive her car, and she's in a park, and she didn't know how she got there, and several hours back. Have a caller. Let's see what we have to say. Hello, caller. This is Glen Lary. You are live on the air. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Max.
Okay, Max.
I'm from Oysterville, Washington.
Okay, great. And do you have a story about time loss or time, whatever?
I have a story about time travel.
Oh, great. I'd love to hear that.
It has to do with President Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Well, we don't talk about politics, but I'd like to hear what you have to say. If you're a time traveler, I really want to hear it.
I don't want to talk about politics here. I just want to talk about he's the only person that I've ever noticed that has been able to always know the ending of an outcome of every situation.
Uh-huh.
And I call him a time shifter.
Interesting.
Yes.
Oh,
He like, okay, what I'm thinking is he doesn't have a time machine.
but he
He
has.
knows how to shift time.
Mhm. How would he do that? My gosh. And do you think he's used this to his advantage, or what do you think?
Of course he does.
Hmm.
Look at what he's been doing. He knows the outcome of everything before it happens.
And he just sits back and watches what it does.
Yes. And I think he time shifts anywhere between a couple minutes to maybe many hours so that he can see what's happening ahead of time.
Wow, interesting. That is interesting. Um, so the
Of
decisions.
course, that is my own opinion.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Are you
And
are you a time traveler yourself?
no, I'm not. If I was, I'd be rich because I would be selfish and I would go find out what the lottery numbers are.
Uh-huh. I think I
sorry,
would too.
I'm just that kind of person. Sorry.
Well, if it's there, okay, interesting. I don't know if you heard their last show. We had a gentleman that makes time machines, and you're not allowed to do that because it's self-greed or what have you. But gosh, there would be that one-time thing, and then how does that change your life after that? It's just the paradox. What happens? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would want to be able to do that and take away from somebody else's.
Well, hypothetically, what would you do if you could, or if you have? I don't know who I'm speaking to. So, what would you do instead of just the lottery thing? Would you do anything different in your life?
Well, yes, I would. I would help a lot of people if I was able to win the lottery. But I don't think even if I had a time machine, I don't think I would do it for myself. I would probably do it for other people.
That's great. That is wonderful. I think I would too, to tell the truth.
Yes.
Gosh. Well, they're working on it. They're working on time travel. Either that you don't believe it or not out there, folks, but they really are. And they're working on a lot of things, and especially the alien connection.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's great.
Well, good. We're going to learn something. I think this is the reckoning coming, everybody, that the UFOs and the flying saucers and these aliens. I think there's going to be a disclosure, and there will be also contacts. And there's, of course, it has been, according to some other folks here, but I think it's going to be really a revolution of change of thought, of mind, and spiritual thing.
Of course, the UFO thing. How do you think about UFOs?
I know they're there. I know they're real. I've seen them. I've experienced some stuff with other folks, and they're not ours, and they're not from Earth. So where are they from?
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I've never actually ever seen one, so I still need to see one to be really convinced.
Yeah. Well, maybe one of these camping trips you may take with your wife or children up in the hills, and you might be able to watch the skies. I mean, when the skies are clear, that's when to watch the skies. Things happen. And they're like orbs sometimes. And all of a sudden, poof, there's a ship there. It's crazy. All sorts of weird stuff happen. Caller, I want to thank you so much for calling. Alrighty. And stay tuned. Share us, please, on Facebook, everyone. Caller, thank you kindly.
Okay, thank you very much for letting me talk to you.
Thank you kindly for calling. Great caller. Yeah. Lost time. when you lose time, you lose time. And time just doesn't stop for you. Time goes on. And I mean, when you've lost time, there's a reason for it. And what is that reason? Oh, my watch stopped. Well, you were conscious. I mean, and they does stop. This guy told me his watch stopped. And it was very odd. In fact, he put his watch in his room in a drawer, thinking he'd get back to it. And that watch disappeared. I think they came back for the watch when they took him, and to make sure there was no evidence or hard evidence that could be proven with that watch of some type of experiments. Interesting. I want to say hello to Tina's hair, extractions and color. She's at 702-591-0033. If you come through Las Vegas, ladies are in Nevada, in our area, what have you, men and women. She's a great lady, does hair. She does. I need a haircut. I know that. Tina's hair and extractions and extensions, and gosh, she does color and everything. 702-591-0033. Gosh, I've got to give her kudos out there, folks, because she does a great job. And also Mr. Carpet Tiles USA, Fran. Our floors here were done by them. You understand all this. His number is 702-265-4419. Yes. Looking over here from all the countries, folks that are listening to us from all over the world. I see Chicago, of course, that's under states, but we have Australia again. We have Canada. We have New York, England, South Africa. I don't know what that's all about. That's the first for us. We do have another caller. Stand by. Hello, caller. This is Glen Lary. You are live on the air. What's your name and where are you from?
Hello, Glenn. Hi, this is Barbara.
Is this Barbara?
Yes, it is. Hello, how are you? Where's your screener, Steve, at?
Well, he's doing some other things apparently, so I'm sorry he's not here for you. I really am.
Am I on the air?
Yes, you are on the air right now. You're alive. Go ahead. Can you hear yourself at all?
I hear myself now. It was an echo of some sort there. I was listening to the caller. It was a nice young man he was calling there.
Yeah, he was calling from I believe Washington State. Oh, I got your music for you, Barbara.
Oh, great. Hello, this is Barbara Butner calling from Summerlin, Nevada. President of the TPTA at Red Rock Valley Academy.
All right, Barbara, where have you been?
Well, I did call you last week. We just got back in town from a church retreat. We were in Europe.
Okay.
And we had we just got back, and, me and the ladies, we got together with our UFO talk that we do on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And we wanted to get back in the swing of things. Boy, it's tough, the traveling, and it's, just trying to get back to normal life,
Uh-huh. Now, you were in Europe, right?
Yes, we're in Europe. See, my brother has a very a successful church in the Houston area, and very large congregation.
Okay.
And he was going to be doing some charitable work with I think a homeless or orphans or something like this business. And they were taking the jet, and they were going to go to Europe, and and Donnie gave me a call and said, "Would you like to hitch a ride and maybe go down and help him with this retreat?"
Well, how'd it go?
It went really nice. We visited the poor people, and I spent a little bit of time, but we had to go because we had a tour. We had set a tour in for the London Underground when we were in London, and we got this beautiful tour, guided tour of all the sites in the London area. It was wonderful.
Well, how much time did you stay with the retreat? I mean, with these folks that you were supposed to help. Did you? Barbara?
A little bit. Maybe when we were in London, we went to the homeless or poor people. We were there maybe about 20 minutes, and time flies when you're in. They have this jet lag, jet lag.
Aw.
And then when we were in Paris, we went to a orphanage there, and these poor kids there, and we got to see them, and we bought them some clothes and sweaters, these types of things, and then I did also have a tour planned for that for Paris too. The Eiffel Tower is just beautiful this time of year.
This is part of your tour plan?
When you go on sometimes when you go on vacation, you set a tour up to see the sights, sightseeing tour.
Oh, okay. You just didn't go there. You went this. I understand it's a very wealthy church your brother owns, and how'd you guys get there?
Well, they do the Lord's work, and he called me and wanted to know there was some room in the jet, and we decided to go ahead and go down and help with his cause, and we got a little sightseeing in at the same time.
Jet? A private jet?
Yes.
You just didn't fly. You just didn't fly normal airlines. You just had to take a private jet of the church.
The church, yes. The church has a jet. Yes.
The church has a private jet.
I hear these people called mega church. Have you heard of this? Mega church. Hello.
I got it.
Anyway, it's very. This I've seen him perform or do his sermons.
Yeah.
And this place you could put concerts in this place. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
I bet it is. Interesting.
That anyway, we did have a meeting last Sunday with the girls in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay. All right.
And we did talk about it's a UFO group,
Yeah.
but we did talk about different subjects. We got into the ghosts a little bit this week.
Okay, tell me about that.
And evidently Maris owns some rental homes in the North Las Vegas area. It's I don't know if you know the area much. North Las Vegas.
Okay.
And anyway, she's got some small, very modest homes over there for rent for people maybe of smaller means. They need rent. They need help too. They need homes and anyway. And they're complaining about noises, and they seem to think it's ghost or haunted. They all speak Spanish, and we got it translated. And they seem to think it's a Diablo.
Okay.
This is devil, Diablo.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of this?
No, I have not. No, that's new to me.
Anyway, they seem to think that the devil or is there, or is it demons or whatnot, in her home, Maris. And Maris is devout Catholic, and they wanted to come in and cleanse the home, and I don't think Maris is up for that, because she had spoke with her pastor, and they have this is serious business, this.
It really is. I know that.
And the cleansing of the what is this? The exorcisms and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
This is serious. This Catholic people, they take this very serious. Do you know this? Hello?
Oh yeah, I know quite a lot about that.
But anyway, they said that it's a ghost in the house or demon, and because some people died there.
Oh.
That they
have they seen anything?
Pardon me.
Have they seen anything?
What?
Have they seen anything?
Yes, they said that they hear screams and moaning at night.
Okay.
And they see dark figures walking down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mobile home, one of them properties, the mobile home, and they see this walking, and they hear cricks and cricks. And what is this? the movement of the mobile home. But I said, but don't all mobile homes sound like, I told Barris, I was joking. Don't all mobile homes make this sound when you walk? Anyway, but evidently there was a murder in this mobile home property.
Okay,
And,
that would probably be
there was
it.
a drug deal went wrong or something like this.
Right.
Terrible business. And
Yes.
some people were killed and the dog was killed.
Oh, it's terrible.
And they seem to think that there may be some kind of haunting there. So, anyway, we talked about this.
Who's we?
And I had
Just the
said
girls?
something to the effect of, maybe we could go down and investigate this. You know, the girls could go down to this home and investigate this so-called haunting.
Okay.
And I'm not quite sure what to do. So we did want to ask you. I mean, do we bring a Ouija board or?
Oh, don't
what
bring
kind
it.
of
No,
things can we bring
don't
down there?
don't bring a Ouija board. That would be the last thing to bring.
Oh,
I would bring someone that has some experience, maybe, in this type of thing. And
did you have experience? Maybe you could come down.
I just do radio, Barbara. I don't want to.
All right.
But I have some connections with some folks
I would love that.
that
I would love that.
that can do all that for you.
Yeah, maybe
and-
they can get a reading or whatever these
Yeah.
people do.
Very
Reading.
serious business.
Oh, it would be wonderful, and we could report back to you and let you know the business of this.
Yes, you could do all that. Uh-huh. Well,
Anyway, that's what I have. It's wonderful to be back in the swing of things,
welcome.
back in the country, back in the good old USA. You know, I was telling you last week. You know, these Europeans, they have they're different than us here. You know, even in London, they're different than us. And
You're another country.
it's a different country, exactly.
Mhm.
And they're different. They have different hygiene habits, and
Hygiene.
the way that they interact, and that their humor is very dry, especially in London. You know what's funny is I said you know, that the USA was a colony. I don't know if they knew that we were a colony from Britain, from England.
Uh-huh.
And they said, they made fun of me like no crap or no S word with their what is it, accent.
Excellent.
You know, and that accent they have, it makes it sound like they're so smart. You know, like they're distinguished, like a doctor or something with that British accent. You know?
Yeah.
Have you
Okay.
heard of this? Hello?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've got many English
And then
friends.
when we went to
They're
France,
listening to you right now, Barbara.
and we went to France, and boy, let me tell you, those people, they just, I don't know if they just, I spoke with one of the gals over there, and she seemed to think that something about deodorant and pheromones, they don't like to hide the mask, the pheromones. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I have.
And
Yeah.
they think that the deodorant is masking this, the pheromones, to attracting mates. So I said, I don't know. You and your friends are very pungent. I said, pungent. You know?
I'm with you.
And anyway, that's about it. And,
Did you go with your husband?
Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve's here. He's right here.
Did he enjoy the trip?
Yeah, I said you enjoyed the trip. Oh,
yeah, we loved it here. A lot of those French people stink. You ever smell?
that's what I said. I wasn't.
We got
I
that,
wasn't
Steve.
Crude. I wasn't that crude. You know, I mean, you just say that they don't have deodorant. Okay.
Okay. God. Oh my gosh.
That's Steve. Steve had a good time. You know, he
Uh-huh.
likes the beer over
Okay.
there.
He likes the beer. I bet he does.
He gets right tipsy, you know, in London there.
Barbara, thank you so much for calling.
Okay, well, we're going to try to do this ghost hunt, as we call it, and hopefully we can come back
Uh-huh.
and
That's your
and
music.
give you some reporting on that.
There's your music, Barbara.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Barbara Butner calling from Summerlin, Nevada, and I'm the president of the PTA of the Red Rock Valley Academy. And I'm saying I'm back in the USA. God bless United States of America, and it's good to be back home. Have a good night.
Thank you, Barbara. All right. Okay, you've heard Barbara. She's back again. Great to hear from her. She has a lot of stuff she talks about, and her PTA thing and their UFO group, and now she, of course, got back from her retreat, from her shopping retreat. I don't know, man. It's some. Over here on Facebook. Hello, everybody. Again, I'm not ignoring you. I can see you guys out there. Gosh, Ricky, see you guys. John, Carol, Mary, see her too. I see all you folks there. I'm hitting hard. Yes. Big flood on countries, and I want to thank you guys. Scotland's back again. The Philippines, yes. England's strong. Canada, a lot in Canada right now. Redondo Beach, hello everybody over there. Nice to hear from you. And we are just growing and growing, and I do love you guys. Jeff, nice to see you out there. Great. Yes, thank you. Great show. We were talking earlier about time travel and, abductees, close encounters, abductions. I mean, it's a phenomenon that's been going on, and time loss. Some remember that it happened, that they saw something. They're in a ship of all sorts of things, and some do not remember. Some say, I don't know, I can't explain it. And it's happening more and more, and the stories are coming out. A lot of folks are remembering from the past of this happening, from childhood or young adult time, and some current stuff. Are they forgetting how to erase the mind of us humans? What's it all about? Are they not satisfied what they've seen? I mean, there's been so many of them, and even animal mutilations, what have you. People always come back with a scar or something that they didn't have before in the back of their neck or the side. This guy had kind of like a cigarette burn, look like, and he had his doctors look at it, and apparently there was like these threads going into a vein. It's bizarre. I mean, another thing had come up. A guy was abducted and several times, and he had when I get him, I read him. Okay, several different nipples on his chest. Nipples, some mature, some not, but they could not explain why or how this got there, because he was not born that way. Are they doing hybrid stuff with us? What are they doing? What is it all about, and why? Gosh, they just don't walk in and take over the earth. They just take us one by one. I want to hear your views on that. Anybody out there, please give us a call. We're taking callers, and I will give that number out right now. I will let this guy do. He does such a great job. Tell you for sure. And again, thank you for listening to the Glen Lary Show. Back.
Now, to have some fun, right along with us, broadcasting live deep from the desert of Nevada. Welcome to the Glen Lary Show. To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glen Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glen Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
Oh, yes, I'll take those calls. Saying hello to Brian out there. Always love to see you on Facebook, my friend. Jackie, hello. Good to see you. Jeffrey, good to see you, Jeff. Saw you with some pictures with some buddies of yours and stuff, of course. Kirk, good to see you. Addie out there, over there. Okay, good. Good to see you, my friend. And thank you so much. Great thoughts, good things. Australia, played 3 places. Australia, I see also. Canada, thank you again. England, Scotland. We're getting a lot from the United States. We've got Boston. We have Montana. Idaho, yes. Washington, Oregon. I can see you guys. Portland. 3 in Portland. Okay, must be friends. Washington State, Olympia. Spokane. Okay. Winnemucca up there in Nevada. Lots of Las Vegas. Oh, yeah. So here we are tonight with, well, these stories that come out, being abducted. What would you do? I mean, now I've heard a couple things. This is another story that I have here. Just have little notes to talk about them. These guys are in a band, and they were traveling down a highway. It seems it's at dark, of course, nighttime. And this light hits actually looks like there's an explosion out somewhere, they said. And they said, and all of a sudden, they look like a sparks in the field and something crashed, whatever. And all of a sudden, this light hit their van and stopped the van and shook the van very, very badly. I mean, these guys are bouncing around with their other equipment, and musicians bopping their heads together. Anyway, so it stops, and they're totally freaked out, and this light just engulfs the whole van, then turns to a blue-green color, and then they said that they rolled the window down to kind of look where it's coming from, and they said this fog was so incredible, and it surrounded their view in front and back of the van, all around them, and they were kind of scared. They didn't want to kind of get out, but I guess one of the drummer guy got out, and whatever he had, I think he grabbed some type of piece of metal, and got out of the van and looks around, and he is seeing nothing. The light's gone now, but it's very, very foggy. And if he stepped maybe 5 feet from the van, he said he could not see the van. Do you think they were gone somewhere? Well, they all lost time. Yes, they did. And now they are getting together and talking about their experience after 8 years. 8 years. And their stories are coming together, and they're starting to remember more than just fog. Wow, it's amazing. And I think this is still all in your folks' memories if you're an abductee, a close encounter, and you've tried to forget about it, and it comes back stronger, it comes back in your dreams. It's gonna come back, because I don't think these aliens know how to erase the human mind. And they're just dazzled about us because of our spirits, because of our souls. Do they have a soul, you think? Are they just machines? What are they? And why are we losing time? We have a caller coming in. Stand by. Hello, caller. This is Glen Lary. You're live on the show. Go ahead.
Hey, Glenn. What's up? This is Donnie, dude. What's up?
Donnie, are you listening to the show tonight?
What?
Are you listening to the show tonight?
Yeah, man. I heard you talking about a band, man. I had like some experience and stuff, man. And I was like, wow, it kind of resonated to me because I'm in a band, and I was like, wow, that could have happened to me. It didn't, but it could have. You know what I mean?
Well, you got people from all over the world listening to you, from Greece and all over. So have you had an experience, so did you not?
Well, yeah, but we have experiences in meditation, not like, it could be aliens because they look like aliens a little bit.
Yeah.
But not like on the street like that band did, man. And the drummer, did you say the drummer like did something or what?
Well,
I'm the drummer in my band.
Oh, then you
so
may
I'm
have something in
kind
common.
of like, wow, man, he's a drummer. What'd he do again?
Stepped out of the van, and he stepped back, and the fog was so thick he could not see that van.
Whoa.
And of course, he got closer got with the guys. Apparently, there's time
Uh-huh.
lost there.
Man, I could see that, man, because you know, like drummers are like, you know, the heart and soul of the band. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Donnie, I
And
know.
you know, we kind of like are the lifeblood. You know,
Uh-huh.
and I could see him doing that. When I heard the drummer did that, I was like, wow, man, that could be me, man. But
Well, thank God it wasn't.
that's why I called, because I listened to your show, and sometimes I call, and sometimes I just like listen, you know what I mean, to call to your callers, man.
We
And
want
like,
more callers. Still
what?
got time. I still have time for more callers, too.
Oh,
You know?
you want me to go?
No, you're cool.
Oh,
You're cool.
oh,
Now, tell me about
okay.
time. Were you ever abducted? I mean, were you taken away? I mean, did you have anything?
No, it's just like, you know, the meditation that me and the old lady, you know, we listen to music, the music here, like I got it on, we turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like from India and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We listen to it, man. Yeah, man. And we me and the old lady, we listen to this
Meditation music.
and it relaxes us. Anyway, we do this like in our it's like our room, second room, not our bedroom, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like a room that we use like for working out or like yoga and stuff.
Oh, that's good. Good for you.
But when we do our meditation, we put plastic on the floor and we move the couch back or the seats,
Yeah.
and then we put this music on, and we put heaters in here, and we put like oil all over our bodies, right?
All
And then we
right.
just start meditating, man. And we've seen like spirits, you know, and it could be aliens or you know, like beings from another dimension or something.
Okay.
But you know, it's pretty wild. And then we have Seth in front of when they show up. You know, when they show up, usually they're bald and smaller creatures, and they have no like genitals or nothing. And we always, when they show up, me and the old lady, we have like Seth in front of them.
Says. Oh,
You know,
okay. All
Seth.
right.
Yeah. And we have Seth in there, and we show, kind of like to show, this is like how humans have sex, you know?
All right.
And
I mean, that's just, it's an
What?
educational thing for them, I guess, huh?
I don't know. We're just like, we're trying to get a rise. Like, you know, I really like go at it, you know, with the old lady, with all different positions. And we got oil all over us too, you remember? And I'm like looking over at him like, is he like, you know, is he into it? But he has no expression at all, not even a smile.
What color are these aliens that watch you have sex?
They're kind of like a grayish yellow.
Oh,
Yeah, they're real small too, man. They're only like maybe 3 feet, maybe something like that.
wow.
And they just kind of stand there, you know, and just watch. And their mouth doesn't move, and we kind of understand what they're saying through like without words.
Okay.
And we have sex,
Uh-huh.
and they watch, you know.
So they watch you do
have
this,
sex.
your thing, and then they just pop out or pop in. How does this happen? I mean, do they actually really?
No, they come through the walls, man.
Oh, they come through the wall. Okay.
Yeah, through the walls, because like the wall gets real bright,
Yeah.
and the wall looks like water, you know, like kind of like like water, man. You know, if you like, I don't know, man, if you like throw a rock in like a pond or something, and
Yeah.
it's
Ripple
rippling and
effect
stuff,
type of. Yeah. Uh-huh.
and then we see the light, and then it's rippling out of the wall,
Okay.
and then out comes this little short dude, you know, and I don't know. I mean, we like, okay.
Wow.
You know, I say, Joyce, it's time to have sex. He's here, you know. Why not?
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for calling, Donnie. My gosh. Can you get pictures when this happens of this little dude that comes through the wall, maybe?
Well, I guess we could try.
Could
but,
you? And send them to me on my
you know,
email?
it's just like a deep meditation. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like
Oh, yeah. I forgot
maybe
about
we
that.
can like put some ones like what do you call it, like GoPro or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that
Yeah.
in the corners,
Yeah.
and just leave it on, right?
Right.
And just let it go.
Yeah. Not
Not
where you
like,
have.
you know,
Not where you
not
have.
like have the phone out and say, hey, dude, you know, smile, take a selfie. You know what I mean, dude? Just have it like going,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, maybe we don't need to have
Be
it
in
when you
there
have
for
your
like
sets.
hours, you know, hours. What, having meditation,
Yeah.
and then maybe another hour of like cess. You know what I mean?
Well, you can keep that part. I just want the alien. That's what I want. Is that Donnie? Thank you for.
What do you mean?
Thank you for calling, my friend. Thank you for listening.
All right, man. I mean, we'll do that. We'll record us, and we can send it to you. I mean, us having cess might be in it, though.
Well, maybe you can dub it out for me.
Dub it out, man. How do you do that?
Well, there's some free programs.
I mean, I'm pretty good. Me and the old lady, man. I mean,
well, I bet you are. But I'll tell you. Let's
know?
just do
I'm not
nice.
like big. I'm not like gross, man. I'm like well endowed, and the old lady's got a nice body. So
Right.
You know.
Okay, Donnie, you take care. Thanks again, my friend.
I'll send you pictures at least, man.
Well, yeah,
Or,
the alien.
You know what I mean? The next time we have sex with and you know, you be the judge, right?
All right. Donnie, thanks.
All right, man.
All right, be well.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah. Wow. Sess, whatever they do. I want pictures of the little guy coming through the wall. I don't care about Donnie's. Fantastic. Let's take some more callers. I'm going to put that number out there again.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glen Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First time caller, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glen Lary Show, call 702-874-1114. Now, to have some fun, right along with us, broadcasting live deep from the desert of Nevada. Welcome to the Glen Lary Show.
Oh boy, love the callers. That's what it's all about. That makes the show, and I love to have callers. We want some more. We got a little more time, so give us a ring. Let's hear your story. Abductions, time lost, time machine. I'll take it all. Want to thank you, everybody. My gosh, Canada. We have Greece. We have a lot of folks from California listening. You know I do. Thank you for that. A lot of new folks that are coming through over here. I got Seoul. My gosh. Maine. We're looking at Philadelphia. A lot of new hits here. And there's a lot of them. And I thank you guys from all over the world for listening to us, and especially the KPFF, Pahrump, Nevada. What a great station, 97.7 FM. KBHR, AM 57, Sisson, Alaska. We do love you. Dudley Transportation. Great guy, does a good job. It needs something moved. He has big semis. It does the whole thing. And, so many folks are listening and calling in. We have two lines that are open right now, as you got the last one, the 1114. I want to hear your thoughts about, well, most of this tonight. We have time travel, the abductees. Like I was talking about the band situation, the guy in the band. They are remembering all this stuff. And they've gone to separate rooms to write down what they saw, everything, the memories, and then they're taking their notes and crisscross it, and they're becoming the stories getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, And then we're going to have, is it Barbara? What's her name? Cynthia. Cynthia and her father are going to be on coming up in a couple of weeks. These folks say they've actually time traveled together, kind of a family thing. Yeah, I'm going to have some other folks. The lady that wrote of course, the biography about Paul Lind, have her on. We have another lady that's a traveler, does different things, different countries, and her experiences with UFOs. A lot of stuff happening in the UFO world, especially up in Washington State. It's been very hot up there. For some reason, Washington, Oregon, those are the top ones coming up this month. UFO, check them out. .org. I believe they have a lot other stuff that you need to see, pictures and their maps, and they're mostly current. When you see a UFO, or if you see an unidentified flying object, you are to do right away is to write down, take pictures, try to get witnesses, and document as best you can. And there's going to be more and more and more all over the United States popping up. I guarantee it. This is the times.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glen Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glen Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
Violence, theft, drugs, graffiti. It's all part of joining a gang. In times like these, we need to protect our children and our community from gangs. Gangs often prey on unsupervised teens with low self-esteem, who perform poorly in school, who seek a sense of belonging, or are simply bored. Joining a gang often involves violent hazing rituals. Once in a gang, members can become alienated from their families, school, and friends. Drugs, guns, and malicious activity are common elements in gangs. Trying to leave a gang can be a difficult and dangerous process. The best way to get out of a gang is never to join one. Protect kids from being recruited by a gang. Know who they're hanging out with. Involve kids in after-school activities and provide positive role models. Help reduce gang activities in your community by working with local law enforcement and school systems. Don't let a kid you know get involved with gangs. Visit ncpc.org to learn more or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Oh, yes. Gangs are bad. Just remember, everybody, those are listening on the radio side. I see lots of you folks. My gosh. 225, that's a lot of listeners on the radio side. Those listening on Facebook, thank you so very much. Please share us. It's so important that you do that. I'm not monetized. I'm not getting any money for this. This is just a show that I put out there. We're going to be going to YouTube very soon. Roger, thank you so much. Martha Hoyt, good to see you. And I have not forgotten about you, Martha. We'll get you on about your book. God bless her. She's a great lady. Brian, again, nice to see you. My gosh. I want to thank Tina's Hair, an extension to color. 702-591-0033. Thank you, Tina. Now, folks, if you're on the radio side, go to the Facebook side. You can see us live in the studio doing the show. But I want to thank kghostradio.com, UFOtalkradio.com, Area51talkradio.com, and also OlympiaRadio.com. The Glen Lary Show, GlenLary.com, GoodSpringsRadio.com, ArtBellTribute.com. We're getting a player on that very soon. And we are working on that, trust me. That's been a lot of work, that one site, because it's a special site to a gentleman that, well, I think a lot of. If you get a chance to look on the internet, on actually YouTube, it says K Ghost Radio, bringing back radio like it used to be. That's kind of a real cool little hit for everybody. Got a caller coming in, and let's see what we got here. Hello, caller. This is Glen Lary, and you are live on the air. What's your name? Where are you from?
This is Avery down here in Florida.
Down in Florida. All right, Avery, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Good cold here.
Pretty cold down there?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to drop in the 40s, and that's cold for Florida, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good,
yeah,
good.
yeah. Hey, just wanted to let you know, Stephen Gibbs actually got an order for an ACR unit from Washington.
Oh.
He got that. Yeah, he just got that the other day.
I bet they got that from our show. I guarantee it.
I believe so. I believe so.
Good.
Now these videos you want of aliens having sex. What
I don't get that. And it's Seth. It's Seth.
Oh,
by the way.
Oh,
he can't, for some reason, God, I was not listening. He can't say sex. He says Seth,
okay.
I guess. But
Seth.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe he's pretty stoned. That's Donnie, That's Donnie, the guy does the great guy.
Yeah.
He's a musician. He's enjoying life. My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
He went all the way out there to Area 51. And
wow.
he was wanting to play his drums, and I guess his band, some of the band didn't show up, so he's playing drums by himself. I don't know. The guy's a kick. I mean, I enjoy all my callers, and I love it,
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be the same.
Oh, gosh. So Steve has got a buyer for the time machine, and I was explaining about time loss. Folks are losing time and figuring out they've been abducted and taken away, and there's some weird stuff coming out, new stuff, and I thought maybe we wouldn't be hearing a lot about that. The cattle mutilations have stopped, and now they're starting up again. Gosh.
Oh, wow.
I don't get it.
I got to work with a guy down here in Florida
because
I guess they were having cattle mutilations over near Daytona Beach in Volusia County. And this guy was a Volusia County Sheriff's deputy. And he got he said the FBI showed up, and the FBI showed up, and actually if you go to the FBI website and you look at some of their you can find the declassified files that the FBI had on cattle mutilation.
Oh, wow.
But he was saying that that they were doing investigations on it, and then he wouldn't tell me anymore. He wouldn't talk about it. He said they were something was up on
Very
that.
interesting.
And that whole area is just that's right next to Cape Canaveral.
Right.
In that whole area, yeah.
Well, I had reports today, very crazy, I might as well just say it, this mining which is happening around our area for rare earth. This miner guy that I know, he's a heavy equipment operator, he told me that he was watching a silver object over them, high in the sky, comes and goes every once in a while. And sometimes he says he sees it, and then it goes around clouds and stuff like it's watching. They're watching something. And I think that since they're digging for rare earth, there's something there. There's something going on they want to know about. How, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, now, I mean, because they always used to be attracted to any of the nuclear facilities and stuff like that. So
right.
It might be along those lines. There's no telling on that. Or then again, you don't know what kind of, are they using rare earth for their propulsion or some of their?
This is what I understand. What they're doing it for.
Yeah.
I know that this just not for television sets, or for watches.
Well, and also don't forget, once you take if you take a mineral out to, where there's no gravity.
Right.
So if you melt, you can melt aluminum at zero gravity, and it'll have a different composition from if you did it here on Earth.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's true.
Yeah. So you can make, because one of the things I think on the Roswell stuff, somebody was talking about foam aluminum or aluminum foam, where it's
I've heard something about that.
Yeah, aluminum with bubbles in it. So
right.
so it's more structurally sound.
Right.
Yeah, some crazy stuff like that. Hey, have you ever heard of the Rascal Project?
No, I have not. Tell me, please.
Because my UFO story was, watching satellites with night vision,
Right.
and this thing's going across, and it starts wavering, and then it shoots straight out from the Earth, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so the other day I was looking at some stuff, but I came across a thing called the Rascal Project, and it was in that time frame, and it was basically a jet with a rocket just under the fuselage.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing had a 30-minute loiter time, and then it would go and it would shoot straight out, and as it got to where the jet engines would cut out,
Right.
they would kick in that rocket, and they could jettison that rocket and launch satellites or take out other satellites into low Earth orbit.
Wow.
And that, once I saw the pattern that was my UFO, was apparently part of that Rascal
I
Project.
got you. There is a new the X37B. I don't know if you
Yeah,
heard
the
about that.
37B.
That is incredible.
Dude, this last one was gone for 2 years.
Right. And they brought it back.
I think, well, when it first launched off, they were supposed to be testing some plasma propulsion system. Okay? Some motor in there.
Mm-hmm.
It had enough time to go to Mars and back.
Well, you see, there's trips that we're not even hearing about. You know that.
Well, just proof of concept.
Right.
I mean, proof of concept, send that thing to Mars, have it come back. I mean, that would...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Because it's supposed to be a test platform.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, they got a lot of test stuff going up that's pretty crazy that that has been done. And, of course, that's just a satellite going up. Another satellite, you know.
Yeah.
And
Also, some of the earlier tests, well, with the earlier launches on the X-37B, I know they did a test where they launched, they launched basically a ballistic missile, and it did a pinpoint hit on a test range down in the South Pacific,
right,
the Westock area.
Right.
And the pinpoint on it, I was like, I wonder if they had a laser designator in that X-37B.
That's a possibility. I'll bet you. My friend, we are over their hour.
Okay.
And they're going to kick me off Facebook if I don't get off. I'm sure.
Okay, great show, Larry.
Thank you so much, and I enjoy talking, my friend. Keep in touch, please. And tell Stephen, I hope sales go well on his time machine.
I'll let him know. Thank you very much.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye now.
Okay, take care. Bye.
All right, everybody. Thank you so very much. This is Glen Lary, and that concludes our show tonight, of course. Tuesday night, remember, 8 to 9 o'clock, a little over. We're going to be going 2 hours real soon. A lot more coming down the pipe for everyone. And share me on Facebook. And thank you, Facebook. Thank you, everybody, for everything. I deeply appreciate it. And again, this is Glen Lary, The Glen Lary Show. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, yes, to all my friends out there.